welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is July the 30th. We're heading down to field 6. We've got the G190 tractor here, and we've got our Bailey trailer on the back because today we're going to get cracking into the oats. Before we get started though, we need to get this down. So I'm just going to undo a couple of bolts, and I need to go and undo something over here. Right, that should, yeah, that's got that all down. So we're going to be shredding the headlands. I want to make sure that, well, I mean, you can see the size of this field. It is just absolutely gigantic. So we don't need to do anything with the straw on the headlands. I want to do the straw on the rest of the field. I want to get the rest of the field to be nicely ready to bale, and we're actually probably going to end up selling off the bales on the rest of the field. But yeah, the headlands just in the interests. Oh. There we go. Of keeping things nice and simple for us, and not doing too much. And the straw tends to be less good quality on the headlands anyway. We are going to we're going to shred it around there. So I want to be going, because we're going fairly close to the edge and we've got a few overhanging trees. I'm going to keep the auger in. We need to connect this up first. Yeah, combine is not going to function if I don't connect up my PTOs. Let's give this a try. There we go. Right, in we go. Away we cut. And side bit here, and now to get around these corners like this, the easiest way is to cut in a little bit, cut a smidge out of the corner, because you're rarely able to make it all the way in, and then that gives you enough space to maneuver around and make sure that you capture all of the crop as you're going around. And looks like we've got a pretty good yield off here. I'm slightly worried. Yeah, we need to stop here because A, I want to see what the conditions are like out the back. We're doing pretty well actually. I'm happy with that. And B, despite the fact that we own this lane and this lane is up to the farm, I don't want to leave the tractor running in the way. So we'll just bring this round. We're not going to make it all the way around the field before we have to empty. So I'm going to park the tractor here, and we'll have to run around the edge of the field when we're ready. Listen to that! Now that's a machine. She just, since we had that work done a few days ago, this combine is just purring, absolutely purring. But yeah, we're already at about 700 litres, just under. Now we're at 700 litres. So yeah, you can tell we're not going to make it the whole way around this field. I wouldn't expect to. A combine this size on this size field, I wouldn't expect to make it all the way around. I do have an idea for an experiment for next year. Maybe to see if we can split this field and do 2 different crops across the middle of it, simply because of the size of it. I mean, it is absolutely massive. You look through here though, look at that, we've got a nice field of soybeans coming on. Those aren't going to be too far away, those, I don't think, which is absolutely fantastic news. So yeah, we're going to be on the harvest for a little while yet, because we still have plenty of crops to get in. Yield on these oats is lower than the wheat. I think we're getting somewhere between 5 and 6 tons an acre, but we are we've got 6,400 litres in the tank. We're probably about 2/3 of the way around the field, I think. So it's as we're coming up to a full tank, we can hold, I think it's 7,400 litres in this tank. And it's, yeah, we are, I don't think we're going to make it all the way back round. I think I'm going to probably look, yeah, looking at this, we're coming up on 7,000 litres. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, I was hoping I was going to make it to the corner, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. So what I'm going to do is we'll reverse this out here, and we're going to cut in here so that we can get the tractor alongside. I'm keeping a very close eye on what the state or what the level we've got on here is, but that should do it, I think. Yeah. So we cut in here, we give ourselves some space to move, and we get the auger out, and I'll turn off the thresher, and we'll go get the tractor, because yeah, we need to get this emptied. Oh, it's going to be a long run around the field. I think if we'd had wheat on this field, we'd have probably ended up having to empty around this corner. You can see the places where they're sort of prepared to, or have been in the past, prepared to empty the tractors. There's spaces in the trees or the tree line around the field. But it's, I mean, even so, it is. I'm quite pleased with the amount of oats off here. Oats are always going to be a slightly lower yield than the wheat, and they pay better as a result. And it's why I chose this field to start with the oats, because we should get a decent profit off here, even without the straw off this headland. And as I said at the start, it is going to be just the headland that we don't do the straw on. And there we go. That is all empty. Let's get that in. Turn the harvester back on. Just going to check that I've turned off the tractor. There we go. It's a little bit in the way there, but we'll get this round the corner and then we'll get it out of the way. Right, and in we go. And actually, my cut-in, it was not too bad at all. And then we got to manoeuvre around this corner, and you can see where this corner isn't such an easy one for us to manoeuvre. In fact, looks like we were a little wide going into it. So while we're cleaning up, let's clean up the bit that we haven't got. Try not to get too much grass in. And you can see how it's how to maneuver around the corner here. You need a little bit of care, otherwise you end up in the hedge behind you, which is never a good thing. Right, so that is nicely done there, and we'll just move this out of the way now. Start her up, back it off, and yeah, nice full trailer so far. We need to get up to the top end of the field and come back round. At least it'll be easier next time to get things emptied. Although I suppose our tractor is now facing the wrong way round. Now that we're back at the top end of the field and no longer at risk of damaging our auger on a tree as we go round, I'm going to get myself turned around so that we can get back around the field the other way. And now we've not got this this issue of trying to get the auger to or having to work out how to cut stuff so the auger isn't into the crop, or so that we've got enough space to unload, I should say. So we're going to start at this top end here, down we go, and in. And I'm not worried about this little bit here. because we've got the grass really coming into there. So it's a case of getting back down here. We only have 2,000 litres in the tanks, so coming back up this top end of the field, that's only given us about another third of a tank. Crop seems to be running nicely though. There is yeah, it's a decent yield off here, and I'm happy with this. We should get I think we're going to get probably back down that way by a fair way before we need to empty, so we are going to go back past the tractor trailer. And that's the only problem on here, with just me running a farm with fields of this kind of size. I spend a lot of time running to find a tractor. It's easier later on, once we've got the headlands out of the way. I can get myself, I can place the tractor in places where it's easy for us to empty it. But at the moment, I need to be careful, because I'm going to have to do a lot of running and a lot of running about the field in order to actually get where I want to go, and make sure that I can keep my combine running and emptied. And this is where we're just going to come straight across here where we cut. We weren't that far into the crop actually. But it's gone well, and there we go. We're now in a position where in a bit we're going to empty out. I mean, how much we got? We've got 4,000 in, so yeah, we're over half a tank now. It's 7,500 litres that this combine will take, and yeah, we are 4,200, so yeah, only about another 2,500 litres that will fit in here roughly. In fact, no, once we sorry, it's 3,000 litres that will fit in here roughly. So yeah, I tend to not try and fill the tank fully on this combine. We've got while this tank, while the combine itself will take, as I said, 7,500 litres, our trailer is only a 14,500 litre trailer. So 2 tanks on this combine, of course, is 15,000, whereas let's get that sorted, get that open and turn that off. But let's put this down. Once we've got the auger out, like so. Where's it gone? Yeah, there it is. Right, yeah, and turn this off. Yeah, so that will hold 7,500 litres, which of course is 15,000 litres for the for 2 tanks off it. The trailer is pretty well matched to it. It is a 14,500 litre trailer. So there's that little discrepancy. So if we get not quite a full tank on the harvester, we can get 2 full trailers and not leave anything in, and that just makes things that little bit more efficient. This is a long run for this one. But you can see the downside to such a big field and one person running it on the headlands at the very least, is that it's quite a long trek, and there's a couple of bits I've missed. I'm gonna have to sort of correct that as I go around. But we made it down to the tractor. Let's start her up, and we'll see if we can actually turn this. No, we can't. The direction I'm going in this tractor actually only really matters when I'm if I'm trying to empty as I'm going, and of course I'm not at the moment. We're it is just me out here, so let's empty that out. We can go and have a look at this as it's emptying. Yeah, look at that, nice full trailer coming along, although we're going to move that across, so we'll lift that up. Yeah, we want to try and spread this out around the trailer. We should have roughly a full trailer off this, and you can see spreading it out means that we keep it nicely in the middle, doesn't fall off the back. 45 litres is where I've cut that off, because that trailer is looking pretty full, to be honest. I don't think I can fit another 45 litres in here. No, I can't. So we'll turn the combine off here, and I'm gonna head with this down to the shed, and yeah, I think we'll probably try and put this in the bay. Well, this is the question. We should be all right putting this in the bay next to the wheat, and it'll be an interesting comparison later on, actually, as to exactly how much more we have in that bay next to the wheat rather than the bay with the wheat in. So as I said, we're going to put it in the same storage shed as we have the rest. We just need to get it reversed in. This is a really nice big storage shed on here, and hopefully we're going to be able to get these all done. Yeah, reversing in is, as I said before, it's not as hard as I initially feared it would be into here. This is quite a wide area. I have got myself a little too close to this side. The idea behind that was actually so that I could get a nice wide turn once I'd got into the next section to get to the near side. But we're going to be better off sticking pretty much in the middle in order to stay close to this edge. And we want to get this about as far back as we can, and in the middle a bit. While we've got a high roof in here, I do want to make sure that we're tipping as far back as I can. And let's get this tipped. There we go. Yeah. And so that's fairly far back. Just... there we are. Come on. And done. So yeah, the single trailer full of 14,000 litres. Not that much when you look at it, but that will that's going to be several loads off there. If you think that's the amount of wheat that we got off the other field, we're going to have more oats. This field is more than twice the size of the wheat field, so it's going to be quite a lot that we get off here. Nice and wide and out, and head back down to the field. And gonna try and get. I need to try and guess where we're gonna be. I think we're probably gonna be best off leaving this tractor in the gateway, and running back round to the combine, because I think it's gonna be this end of the field somewhere that we're emptying next. And I either have to run the length of the field now or the length of the field later. We've got the combine back to the entrance to the field, and yeah, we've only got 2,800 litres. It looks like we're going to be down that bottom end over there somewhere by the time we've filled this again. Not too bad. It does mean that I've got to do a lot of running with the tractor, but never mind. At least the tractor will be the right way round this time. Does mean that we're looking at getting another full trailer of this headland, which is not bad at all. That is a cracking amount. And 3 goes around the headland, that should be enough for us to get into the main body of the field. So I might even get into that today if I'm lucky. But the day is ticking on, and yeah, this field and this combine is quite a big job to do together. So we had a little bit of a late start this morning. It was we had quite a wet dew overnight, so it was a little bit later starting than I would have liked. But I have thought that we were going to be on this field for a couple of days. Ooh, what we're going to do here is rather than turn, I'm just going to go straight across and get this little tuft. And we'll do the same with this bit in the corner. And then I can just reverse up and go and do the end bit of the field. There we go. Where are you? Sometimes reversing these combines can be a little bit hazardous. It's not the easiest thing in the world, especially doing a long distance of reversing with it. There we go. And we want to come into this line here. That actually smooths things up a little bit nicely as well. So that's good. I'm in two minds. I might do a fourth headland. I think we might need to do a fourth headland, to be honest. Just give us that the turning space for everything. So the combine and the tractor would be good. And then there we go. Right, how full are we? 4,800 litres. Yeah, we're going to be back at the back side of the field before we're ready to empty, I think. I think we've had a little bit of drop in yield as we've come into the field here a bit. We're only just reaching 7,000 litres. I would have been better off leaving the tractor down this end where the harvester was, because there we go, 7,237 litres. Let's turn that off, and we'll turn the harvester off. Oh, actually, I want to get my auger out before we do that. There we go, and we'll turn it off. Yeah, 7,200 litres has got us round to here. Which is, yeah, quite a long way around the field. I need to go and get the tractor. Oh god, I'm gonna be fit by the end of this field. There we go. Round we go. Let's get in and start her up. Yeah, look, all the way round that far side of the field. Oh man. Oh. I think. Next year I might, well, next year I'll have a better idea of where everything is, insofar as where I need to have this tractor all the time. But at the same time, I think next year it might be worth getting somebody in to help on this farm. We are, it's quite a big undertaking, this field. Most of the other fields are fairly manageable for me, but this one is, yeah. It's either I either need to split this field into smaller fields, or we're gonna have to do a we're gonna have to get somebody in to help us. There we go. As I said, it'll be easier once I've got myself into the crop, because we can position our harvester at the end, or we can position our traction trailer at the end in a place where I can go and much more easily. Ooh, let's not go off the back. Much more easily unload without having to worry about it. Place the traction trailer in the middle of the field. We have a little bit of headroom with the difference between how much the combine holds and how much the trailer will hold, and yeah. It works well from that point of view. Let's spread this out a little bit. There we go. Start her up. And away we go again. I think we're going to do a fourth headland. I think that will be good for us, and gives us a lot of maneuverability. Now I need to pick up off the floor whatever I dropped. As we come back to that field, the field entrance, you can see why I wasn't worried about that bit where I hadn't cut it on the first run and started doing it on the second. It sort of evens out by the time you get the third headland in, and with the fourth headland, it will make no difference at all, pretty much. Yeah, that's all good. I am going to go for the fourth headland. We are going to go around for that, especially as we're likely to get fairly close to where our tractor and trailer are. That will give us a second full trailer off here, off the headlands, and then we still have so much field left. So we're going to go and do that and get that cut. And not today, unlikely, simply because just getting these headlands out has taken us most of the day today. Yeah, I need to re-enable the swath as well on the combine. We want to disable the chopper, and then once we've done that, we can start producing some straw off this field as well. And as I said, we're going to be selling the oat straw, so we need to get we need to fill a trailer up, take that down to somebody who wants to buy it off us, and get that delivered, and we'll basically take it straight off the field for that. And at some point we need to go and restack our wheat straw as well, because that needs to go into our shed, ready to look after our cows for the year. And that will be all of our straw done between these two fields. Our other fields are soybeans, so they are. In fact, I think one's soybeans and one's canola, if I remember correctly. Either way, they're not straw producing crops. Or for us, they're not straw producing crops. I do know people sometimes do use those, or do produce straw off those, but it's a bit of a it's a bit of a weird one. It won't really. We don't really do it. It doesn't really work for us, and we don't really have anyone we can sell it, and it's not any use to us. So yeah, we tend to not do straw off those two crops. We are up to 6,500 litres as the tractor and trailer is beginning to emerge. So yeah, we're not doing too badly. I think we're going to be slightly short of them, although we are getting closer and closer. There's the 7,000 litre mark. I'm just, because we've got no window on this, I have to keep a close eye on the numbers. 100 and 200 and yeah. Look at, we are only just short. Auger out, thresher off, and we'll lift that up. We should be able to turn around. But yeah, this is where it begins to get a bit better, a bit easier to do. Everything is there we go. Everything is a little bit closer at this point. Round and down. And get us under the auger so that we can empty this out. Fourth headland, and it will be good. And I think we're probably going to get about... yeah. We might even be able to cut in with what we've got on here. And get the rest of this field started. But as I said, I do need to stop and sort out the chopper at the back. We want to generate wheat off this. Oh, sorry, straw off this. Generating wheat off of oats would be an interesting thing. Oh, that's a bit close to the back. Let's get that to the front. There we go. Right, so pull that in, drop this down, and turn her off, because we have got to go and tip our second trailer full of oats. There we go. Second load going up and onto the heap. And we should have quite a nice healthy unload here. There we go. As I said before, we've got a good amount of oats. We've got to be careful at this side of the barn because I don't want to hit the roof. We'll probably end up coming a little bit further out simply because we need to we'll have to get the telehandler in here to stack things up. I need to move these seed pallets out of the way, so I'll have to do that later. But that is 2 loads off here. Let's go and get the last of this headland, and this time we really are going to leave the tractor at the entrance simply because we're not going back down that other end of the field, not for a long while yet. The yield seems to be picking up again. We're up to 3,000 litres, so we've got almost half a tank left on this headland, which is good. I'm very, very happy with that. Looks like we're not going to be taking too much back to the shed this evening, though. It's been quite a long old day going back and forth and everything on here, but we have at least got these headlands out. It means tomorrow we'll be able to get into this field and get the rest of these oats cut with any luck. But that is that is the headland done. So what I'm going to do, let's bring this back. We don't need that lot on. We're going to want to cut in, trying to figure out where I'm going to want to cut in. Probably over here-ish. Looking at the shape of the field, and we'll line ourselves up based on, yeah, line and everything. So there we go. I'm going to put the auger out. Oh, let's get the handbrake on as well. There we go. And then we're all set up for next day. And in the meantime, we don't want to leave this overnight with any crop in it. So yeah, left it somewhere where it's ready for next day, but not left it somewhere where it's easy for me to unload it, of course. That should be all right. And this is why we're taking the 4th headland. Look at that. Plenty of space for us to maneuver our tractor and trailer. Right. And handbrake on. Empty it out. That is quite near the back. I mean, I wanted it over the wheels, but that's all good. There we go. All emptied. Let's get the combine shut down. So bring that in. Turn it off. And actually, that's pretty good for us today. I think that's where we're going to leave it. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.